Happy Tuesday, everyone. I want to let you know that SyncKeeper tickets for the event in August that we've told you about a little bit, it is going to go up to $2.99 per ticket starting tomorrow. And then as the event gets closer, they're going to go up to $3.99. So if you want to get tickets for the $1.99 price, this is the last day you can do that at this price, which is half off of what the tickets will be when it gets closer to the event. So you don't want to miss this. So some of you are going, who in the world are you? And why are you telling me about SyncKeepers? What in the world is that? So, okay, my name is Zion. I work for Catch the Moon Music, which is an amazing organization I can't believe I get to work for, run by Kathy Heller. It was founded by Kathy Heller, who is like the queen of sync licensing. And what is sync licensing? It's about getting your music as a singer-songwriter into film, TV, and ads, okay? Kathy's had a ton of success at that. She started a course about 3 years ago called Six-Figure Songwriting. I was one of the original people that jumped in. I don't think I was in the very first class, but it was pretty close. And then I was a student of hers for quite a while, and I started having success in my own life and in my own artistry, and I met a ton of people, and we've had these live events, and I don't even live in LA, but I go to LA for these events, and now I'm actually working for Catch the Moon, and I'm the operations manager for the classes, the Six-Figure Songwriting and the Access course, which are the classes in which we teach how to get your music into film, TV, and ads. So it's so cool. I love this job. We have an event we do 2 to 3 times a year. It kind of depends. We had this event in March, and it was called SyncKeepers Mastermind. The one coming up in August 8th and 9th, it's a 2-day event, is called SyncKeepers Horizon. And each SyncKeepers event, we're naming it a different thing. So this one's called Horizon, which is kind of fun because I love the idea of sometimes you can't see success until you get toward the horizon. Then you can see where you're going. But if you don't start that journey and aim toward the horizon, you can't see over the horizon. So this event is called SyncKeepers Horizon. And what is it about? Is it part of the class? Well, it is. In addition to, you don't have to be part of our classes to even come to this. It is a way in which we bring all the people that are amazing experts in the industry. They call them music supervisors, which are sort of the gatekeepers to film, TV, Netflix, Disney, all the NBC, all the big ads that come out, the ad agencies. There's the gatekeepers that are looking for music. And we invite them in. We put them all up on the stage and we ask them a lot of questions and we hear their stories and we find out what kind of music is being looked for right now in the industry right now, like what is currently looked for. And a lot of our students come and a lot of people that are not our students just come and hang out with us. We get to know people. We do there's going to be some workshop type exercises that'll entice you to get to know other people and create networks, which is one of the biggest most amazing things about SyncKeepers. So, quick story. I came to SyncKeepers for the first time, and I barely knew anybody. I knew just a couple people I had met in the class I was in, and I was just a little bit timid, like, I don't really know what I'm here for. I'm just going to come check this out. This was about 2.5 years ago, and from the moment I got there, I was greeted by amazing, incredibly talented colleagues. I was like humbled, like, holy cow, I'm with these amazing people. And I was also felt like I was in the midst of greatness, not just the artistry, but the greatness of the industry. And it was like, I want to be right here. I want to be right here. So some of the things that we do at SyncKeepers is you're going to get to network a lot. You're going to hear other people's music that's actually working for ads, film, TV. You're going to hear supervisors give feedback in real time. You might have the opportunity to ask questions to the music supervisors. We can't guarantee it. There's usually around 300 people that come to this. It's not huge, but it's not small either. But it's big enough to where not everybody can get one-on-one access with a music supervisor. But that being said, what you can do is you can learn from the music supervisors that are on the stage. You take lots of notes. I mean, you're just like writing like crazy. And you find out which music supervisors you want to contact and get a hold of and research what they're doing. And when you do your homework, and this is something we teach in our classes, when you do your homework and find out how you can get your music to them in a way that they're looking for certain sounds, and you don't want to just pitch any song to them. You want to make sure you're giving them what they want. When you get to that point where you're doing that and you're giving them the songs they want, you'd be amazed what happens. I just recently had the privilege, my co-writer and I got a song in a commercial that's about to come out, which I'm super excited about. And I've already been paid for it. I had a song licensed in a TV show last year. This happens all the time. I actually have a lot of friends that I've met through these classes, through SyncKeepers, that are now my go-tos for mixing, my go-tos for other production techniques. I'm also a producer. My writers, lyrics, melody, top line, vocals, instruments, guitars. I know I have a list of people that I have met in person at SyncKeepers because of those events that are now in my go-to list that have just taken my music to another height. And here's the other thing about this. A lot of musicians, a lot of you who are listening to this right now, work in a vacuum. You're not actually working with people very often. You're writing, and because you love it, you're trying to do stuff, you're trying to mix, you're trying to learn some software. You might have bought a DAW like GarageBand. You're trying to get going in it, but you're kind of working as a solo little island. And it's scary reaching out to other people. You're not really sure where you fit in. You're not really sure how you measure up against other people in the industry. You want to be taken seriously, but you're kind of, it's a little scary. It's a little vulnerable to be in that position. But when you actually are working with a group of people, when you have a tribe that you're working with, your music will just accelerate exponentially. It sounds like I'm fluffing this up. I am not. It is the way it works. It's kind of like who you know sometimes. And it's not just who you know as far as the gatekeepers. Those are important people, and we talk a lot to those people. But it's who you know that are the up-and-comers, that are coming up into the industry. One of the best pieces of advice I ever got was I was part of a composers group for a while in LA, and the best piece of advice I ever got from that composers group was someone said, stop trying to make friends with the people that are already owning it right now, that are winning, that are getting the huge jobs and like the biggest songwriters and the biggest artists and stuff like that. It's very hard to get into their circles. Stop trying to do that. Start trying to get into the circles of the people of tomorrow that are owning it tomorrow, that are going to be the big artists of tomorrow, that are going to be the next producers, the next biggest songwriters, or the next biggest artists. Because they're an open book still. And this is a great place to do that. If you haven't bought your ticket, please buy your ticket today. It's $199. Tomorrow it's going up to $299, and it will not go back down to $199. And then it's going to eventually go to $399. So right now, today, this is the last day, you can get it for half the price is what it's going to be. That's pretty awesome. It's in LA. The details are on the website below. Please check it out. You will love this. You will love this. You need to be there. All right. This is Zion. I'll see you there. Bye.
Hey, my name is Sheena Grubb and I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I just came back from her SyncKeepers event. I have to say it was one of the most incredible experiences ever. I finally felt like I had found my place to master my craft and see where I can take it. Kathy was such a delight from the very beginning. She's so informed. It felt like she's really experienced what I've experienced as a songwriter, and yet she's found a way to just thrive through all the challenges that she's faced, which is super exciting. She attracts the most incredible people. I met lifelong friends at this event, people like myself, just open-hearted, creative, thoughtful. So there's so much love to find in this group. It's incredible. So if you are on the fence about whether or not it's worth it for you, I'm telling you, do not hesitate. Just book your spot, make the decision, take the leap, and you won't regret it.